Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Rob and this is 7 Skies Astro. Today I want to talk about my capture of Den Bergh 152, the Wolf's Cave Nebula. Although to me it doesn't look like a Wolf's Cave at all, it looks more like a meerkat. But whether the meerkat nebula sounds really hip, I don't know so much. So anyway, the Wolf's Cave Nebula, which is in the constellation of Cepheus. Now I do seem to be catching a lot of stuff around the Cepheus area because there's very much the dark nebula areas around there, and I'm just really interested in that part of the sky at the minute, and it's ideal for me at the minute, just rising above the observatory and going along and up to the zenith. So that's what I've done. This nebula is around 1,400 light years away. Now there is some HA and stuff like that from an old supernova remnant. I'm not going to capture that because I haven't got any HA delta HA data, which would be an ideal to get maybe 10 hours with the enhance or something like that and separated it and added it in, but it's not possible at the minute. So I'm going to show you what I've got, and the data's below, and I'll see you in a minute.
Right, here's the image. 13 hours 14 minutes with now let's just hyper stretch that. You can see there's any cropping. I have to crop that a little bit. Let's just take this side in there. You can see just a straight line there. I'll just bring them up a little bit. Drop them down. A bit line up there as well. Crop that. There we go. Let's put normal stretch on here now. Next up, let's put that expert. I'll replace the image. It's quite a smooth, as you can see, there's quite a smooth gradient going across. Let's just put that on there. There we have it. Now, let's just image solve it. 300 millimeters, I think that's it. Just image solve it, we can have it. These are all on the wrong filters here. Probably doesn't make much of a difference. I'll calibrate it. We have calibration gone quite well. Now we're going to have to start exterminate, Altair exterminator. A lot of them. There. I just reach out to the middle. Because there's so many stars, I'm going to remove the stars next or stretch it, because I don't want to add so many stars back into it. That's not been stretched yet, so let's just apply that and take a lot of them stars away. It's quite a very busy area. The sky, yeah, there's lots of stuff going on. Obviously you got this star headed in there lighting up. I think the star's actually passing through and slit up the air. I've had all objects falling there, just move them over there. Right, so I'm going to use that's the Astro's statistical stretch. I will black like let's calculate eclipse pixels. That's pretty much just as is. I want to keep the luma, I want to preserve the colour. Let's refresh the preview so we can see how it looks. That's not too bad. It's very light a minute, but I am going to do more stretching. So let's just execute that and see. Here we are. Next up, just curve it up a little bit. I want to make that a bit more contrasty, so let's just put that down there, like so. As you can see, a healthy curve in there. Let's just put that on there. Getting more better. That's the word for it. Bring that up a little touch there. I don't want to go too much. Just check the histogram. Histogram's looking fine. Let's just get some of that noise. And what I usually do is to set in 75. And just pop that along there like so. Get a lot of that varnish dust if we can, showing. Check that histogram. See how it jumps to the right. The histogram. You just gotta bring it out. Let's just raise it up again. Just bring it out. Contrasty bit. Now you can just see the shape of there's a supernova remnant shockwave going through there. A very ancient one. Just you can see there with us, like I've really black clipped it. And I think that's just too much there. I'll probably go a little bit more than that. And we look at 900 pixels, you know, it's nothing. Nothing. Just pop that up a bit more. But it always looks a little bit 12,000 after the millions. That's nothing, but just brings that contrast right up. Right, so I think I'm done with there. I was looking very green. Let's use the modified screen. Bill Blanchen's pixel map. Looking so much better. And obviously with the stretching so much, you do tend to introduce a bit of noise, but I think that's looking better, and it will make a big difference once I put the stars in. The script I use says the actual star stretch. Let's move the green. Shouldn't be too much. Yeah, let's have a look. Stretch him not so much. Number 4. That's it. Just the colour a little bit. Because I've reduced the stars and not so haloey. And I think I'll try that. I can always undo it. That's so much better. Let's screen the stars in. And that's, I'm quite pleased with that. Just allowing that area to look so much better. Of them out there. But I missed a little bit of the corner with the there. See that? But now the stars are back in, it just adds a little bit of noise to it. But you can see so much dust and IFN and all sorts going on around this area of sky. So let's just get the noise exterminator on there again. Drop it down a little bit, don't too much. 60 should be enough. Lovely dust it, and it really does just look like a meerkat or a rabbit. You know, his little ears and his big eyes. And as always check your Instagram. Yeah. It does tend to push it, so Instagram's fine, it means the bow shock there. That needs the HA. Filter L enhance or something would have been a one-shot colour. See this dust. Now we could try put a red filter on there, but I don't know if that'll work. Let's just go into workspace 2. Make a red mask. You can see the supernova stuff. Let's just blur it and see if we just enhance that just a little touch. Get the curves up. It is just enhancing it just a tad. See there. Area there, you can just see it. Not specialised filters, just the sensor as is. And it's just bringing that up a little bit. And I think I'll likely leave that now. Mask removed. Bring that right up. And there it is. Very much a busy area of the sky with all this Cepheus Nebula, or flare I think it's called, I think that's looking really nice. 1-on-1. Here we go. Full maximum. And I'm quite happy with that. You could always, what I've done previously, but it tends to, is do that and then just take the green out, but it just tends to, here you go, make it more dusty. I've lost the red, you see. It makes it more, looking more dusty, so let's just go back there. You see you got these red hydrogen bits. Well, that's it.
So there you have it. It's not too bad. I do need to capture some HA data, which would be, if I can get another, say 10 hours of HA data, I'd be able to get the ancient supernova evidence, which is very hard to pick up with the one shot colour without HA filter. So what I need to get on there is enhance or something like that, one of them filters, just to block out most of the other stuff and try and capture that red data from the H alpha from the old supernova. Hopefully if I can get any more of that, I will put on an update on my community channel, but if not, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate you guys. Leave a comment. If you're new to the channel, please have a subscription. It costs you nothing, and I really do appreciate you guys. I really do. It matters so much to me. So onwards until the next video. I'd say I'm still capturing data on the Squid Nebula, which is very faint. So I'm up to 22 hours, but I need more. I need to go at least 30. So that's for hopefully the next one or the one after. It depends on the skies. So that's it. So until next time, be safe, be well, and clear skies.